Here's the Boy Scouts' response to the LA Times. Quote, "We regret there have been times when, despite the BSA's best efforts to protect children, Scouts were abused, and for that, we are very sorry," end quote. Now, in the 1980s, the Scouts required 2 adults to be present for activities. Now they require background checks on all staff and volunteers as well, offer child abuse prevention training, and they require all suspected child abuse to be reported to police. But the LA Times says that mandatory reporting rule just went into effect 2 years ago. By the way, we invited the Boy Scouts to bring a spokesperson on tonight, and they declined. I want to go to Norwood Young. You are a survivor of sexual abuse, not involving the Scouts, but you say you were raped and molested between the age of 7 to your teenage years by a male relative. When the response is such as being described in these LA Times claims, how does that impact emotionally the victims?
It's a terrible thing, Jane, because again, the abusers are allowed to be protected, you know. And in this situation, since 1919, I tend to believe that it's a conspiracy theory, but I tend to believe that it might be a boys' club, you know, not Boy Scouts, but scouting for boys, indeed. And it hurts really badly that these young boys are going through these things repeatedly and not being protected. You know, you have adult counselors and you have volunteers. And why would they not go to the police? I believe that these volunteers and these counselors know something and have something on the Boy Scouts as to why they're not prosecuting them. It's just making absolutely no sense.
And again, we invited the Boy Scouts on, and they are welcome on any time. We want to be fair. We want to hear their side. But it's our obligation to report these very serious allegations reported in the Los Angeles Times, a reputable news organization.